Hazy Marte Peopo. What if I told you we could explain how pandemics work using 500 mousetraps and 500 ping pong balls? And to make it even cooler, we've got the slow-mo guys here to capture it all. Why? Why? Because it's gonna look awesome. And it perfectly shows why vaccines are so important, not just for you, but for everyone. This year, I got my flu shot, which means my immune system is ready. It recognizes the virus and says, nope, not today. That's the first goal of vaccines, protecting individuals. But there's a bigger, more powerful idea at play called herd immunity. The idea is simple. Get enough people immune, and the disease can't spread, protecting even those who aren't vaccinated. To show you how an infection gets out of control, we're going to set off all these. Each one is a person, and each ping pong ball is the virus. When one trap is triggered, it launches its ball, setting off others. This is a chain reaction, just like a virus spreading through an unprotected population. After a few, let's say, mishaps, we're finally ready. Let's see what a pandemic looks like in Super 3, 2, 1. Whoa! Look at that. It starts slow, just one or two, and then suddenly it explodes everywhere. It's like you have multiple outbreaks happening at once. This is exactly how a pandemic can spread like wildfire. One person infects a few others, and before you know it, the whole community is affected. It's a pretty chaotic sight, and honestly, a little scary when you think about it in real-life terms. But it perfectly shows how fast things can get out of hand. So, how do we stop this chain reaction? Vaccines, they give you immunity without you having to get sick. To demonstrate, we've set up our experiment again. This time, many of the mousetraps are disabled. These represent people who have been vaccinated. They can't trigger another trap, and they can't spread the virus. Let's see what happens now when we introduce an infection. 3, 2, 1. Look at that difference. A few traps go off, maybe a small family gathering, but the spread is contained. The vaccinated people act as a barrier, a buffer that stops the chain reaction cold. The virus hits them and has nowhere to go. This is herd immunity in action. Even though some people are still susceptible, they're protected by the herd around them. It might look less exciting, but when it comes to a pandemic, boring is exactly what we want. Boring means normal life. Different diseases are more contagious than others. For something super contagious like measles, you might need over 90% of the population to be immune to stop the spread. For COVID-19, scientists estimate we need a high percentage of immunity too. The fastest and safest way to reach that level is with vaccines. A vaccine lets you jump straight to the immune group without the risk of getting seriously ill or worse. Think about it this way. Vaccines don't just protect you. They protect your family, your neighbors, and the most vulnerable people in our communities who can't get vaccinated. Every shot helps break a potential chain of infection. We've seen this work time and time again with diseases like polio and smallpox. By working together, we can build a wall of immunity and stop this pandemic in its tracks. Of course, vaccines are our best tool, but our behavior still matters. Things like masks and social distancing are like adding extra shields. They make it even harder for the virus to find its next target. When we combine vaccines with smart, safe behaviors, we create a superpowered defense that protects everyone. It's a beautiful way to end a disease, and it's something we can all be a part of. Stay curious and stay safe. Thanks for watching.